Wealth is more than what you think it is. Wealth is not just money. In short, there are four categories of wealth. If you don't have any of those four, it means you are not wealthy. You cannot have one and leave the other. You cannot have two and not have number three. You cannot have number three and not have number four. I don't know what you've been told about wealth. I don't know what you think wealth is. But most readingly, when we talk about wealth, what comes to your mind is money, affluence like cars, good housing, maybe luxury, traveling abroad, and all of that, right? So people just limit wealth to having money. But I made some research and discoveries, and I realized that wealth is more than just having luxury. It's more than just having all the monies. It's more than traveling. It's more than living in a good house. It's more than a lot of things that we think it is. So in this video, I'll be dissecting the research I made about wealth. And the four things I discover wealth is that sometimes we don't talk much about, right? So if you think you want to know more about wealth and what wealth is all about, please don't scroll. I think you will do well to give this video a thumbs up and then subscribe to this channel for more details. Yeah, welcome to my channel. This is Life with NK. All I do here is to motivate you to be intentional with how you live your life. You are born once, you will live.
Let me get this straight, guys. First of all, I was born without my permission. That's one thing.
Once, you will die once. And in all of this living, you don't even have a spare life. That means if you drive carelessly in the journey of destiny and something happens, that's the end for you, and you will never be repeated again in history. So what are you doing with the now life that you have?
Second of all, my future is in my hands. Like, what am I supposed to do with it?
That's why I'm here to motivate you to be intentional with your life by living in the now. Okay, now wealth is more than what you think it is. Wealth is not just money. In short, there are four categories of wealth. If you don't have any of those four, it means you are not wealthy. You cannot have one and leave the other. You cannot have two and not have number three. You cannot have number three and not have number four. To be really called wealthy, to be really classified as a wealthy person, this is a must for you to have. These four categories of wealth is a must for you to have. The first kind of health, or the first type of wealth, is health. Physical wealth. I call it physical wealth. You have to be healthy. I hope you've heard the saying, health is wealth, right? So what are you doing with your health? If you are not physically healthy, if you are not intentional about the health and the things you put into your mouth to ensure that you're healthy, it means you are not healthy at all. So having a good health with little or no health issues is the first kind of health, is the first kind of wealth, I'm sorry to say, that you must have. You must be physically healthy. You should be able to enjoy all that pertains to life, because the good number of your wealth is in your health. If you don't have a good health, if you have a sick health, of what use is the money? Of what use is driving around town when you cannot walk miles, when you cannot eat some certain kind of food, when you cannot even do some chores, when you cannot even exercise? You're literally bedridden. You're literally having a sick life. You're literally living on medication almost all your life. That is not wealth. That is a sick life. So the first wealth we're talking about here, or you need to know, is that you must be physically healthy, which is physical wealth. Talking about your health. So if you have a physical wealth, which is your health, it means you are wealthy, because health is wealth. The second kind of wealth is your time. It's time wealth. This has to do with your freedom. And this is where I talk about 9 to 5 again. If you are not in control of your time, if your time is controlled by someone else, if your time is being timed for you, calculated for you, you don't go when you want to go, you just come when you want to come. You Somebody tells you when to wake up because you have to be at work by 7. You don't have this wealth, and it is time wealth. Your freedom is circumlocuted. Your freedom is tied. Your freedom is not up to you, right? So your time, if you're in control of your time, it means you are really free and you have time wealth. But as long as you're doing 9 to 5, you don't have a time wealth because somebody tells you what to do, controls your time, controls when you go on holidays, controls when you come to work, go back home, controls your break time. So don't even talk about it. If you are doing a 9 to 5, you don't have it. You don't have the time wealth. So that is number two. Let's go to number three. The number third one is social wealth. You've heard people say, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. I don't know, but I know something. If you are in the midst of 3 billionaires, you are the fourth billionaires. If you're in the midst of 4 poor people, you're the fifth poor person. So social wealth has to do with the social status. I mean, the people around, the people that surround you, what is their net worth? What is their network? Who are they? You can't surround yourself with people that all of them, they are actually dependent on you. They are literally begging from you to eat. You are not wealthy. You are the richest in that circle. You are the wisest in that circle. You are the one that decides it all. That is not a social status. Social status here, is about the kind of people, the kind of social connection, the kind of social network you have around you, the kind of people that surround you. People you can call at any time and they show up for you, not financially right now, but they're there to give you the support. You have the connection, you have you have the creme de la creme, you know who is involved, who is important. That means your net worth, I mean your social status is, and your social wealth is very intact, because this status is very important. This will actually lead me to the last one, and the last one is your financial wealth. This has to do with money. There are key things you have to know about money. Money is not the root of all evil. Money answereth all things. Money is a voice, money is a defense. For you to say you're financially wealthy, money you have should be able to answer almost or in all the things in your life. You should be able to have the money that solves a lot of problems. You should be able to have money not just in naira but in dollars. I mean, have streams of businesses, have streams of incomes that help you know what you are doing, right? So financial status has to do with your wealth, and then this is very important. If you have the financial wealth, you have the social wealth, you have the time wealth, and you have the physical wealth, you are indeed wealthy. But if you have one and don't have the other, don't say you're wealthy. You are not wealthy. You are lacking something, because wealth is encompassing. Your health has to be there, your freedom has to be there. That means you must be an entrepreneur. Not just an entrepreneur, you must be an employer of labor. You must be an employer of labor, and you must also be in the know, right? You must be an employer of labor, and be able to you you must be able to work at your own time. That is what we're talking about when you talk about time wealth. Working at your own time. You know that it is your business, you are so in charge of it. But then someone does not dictate your time for you, right? So this is what I'm talking about. Well, thank you for staying to the end of this video. I trust you've learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and then follow us for more tips. See you again in my next one. Bye.